Hey, this is Chris.
And I'm Nick.
And we're from Philly Boys Lax.
And today in Lacrosse 101, we're going to show you the reinforced stringing method. Alright, so I'm going to go over some of the basics of the reinforced stringing method, and then Christopher's going to go into detail as to what you need to do when stringing this. So the reinforced stringing method usually requires a mid to high pocket. It's good for feeding and shooting. This thing is dead accurate. It's the preferred weapon of choice for attackmen, especially those who play at X. It gives you a nice amount of hold and a nice amount of whip, so it's going to have a really fast release whenever you're shooting. So basically what you do is you have your V or your U from your shooting strings, except you make two of them and they're right on top of each other, so that the passage after you shoot the ball or pass the ball, it just goes in one specific line and it's extremely accurate. So this right here, this is an example with my STX Superpower. I believe this is the 2010 edition. So yeah, Christopher strung this one for me, and then he also strung this one.
It's a Bride Magnum X.
Bride Magnum X. You know, the shooting strings are a little short. You do want some longer shooters whenever you're doing these, but he's going to get into talking about what you need to do when stringing.
Alright, like Nicholas said, on these you need longer shooters, or else, like if you can see here, it doesn't go all the way towards the head, which is nice because you want to get in between the head and the sidewall string. Mine weren't long enough. And then I had this extra red one, so I just kind of stuck it up there for show. And mine is a pinched head, but it's not a very high pinched head. And Nicholas, will you then I'll show them?
Oh yeah.
This is like a low pinched head, so it's good for mid pocket. This one is a very high pinched head, so it's good for high pockets and mid to high pockets.
This is the Maverick Bad Boy. It came in a complete stick, and we tried to restring it, but you know.
Yeah, and what you want to do when you're stringing this is try to like work on your pocket as you're stringing it, because then you'll be able to get your shooting strings up and over.
Got to make sure, like I said, the pocket is going to be high and mid because it's going to be completely centered around where your shooting strings are.
Yeah, and if you're going to use if you want to use a mid to high pocket, it works well. But if you use a low pocket, it works, but it just doesn't. It's no different from just using one shooting string. So if you have a mid to high pocket, it'll make you, as Nicholas said, dead accurate, good for shooting and passing and feeding, all that great stuff.
And if you put a low pocket on this, you're going to have basically twice as much whip. So it's going to be maybe impractical to use, if that's the right term. But yeah, reinforced shooting, strings, the method works really well. Like I said, for attackmen, if you're really good at midi, your coach puts you in a lot, he trusts you for shooting and feeding, go ahead, do this as well. Wouldn't really recommend it as much for defense, but you know what? You can go ahead and try it if you want.
Alright, this is Philly Boys Lax, Lacrosse 101, reinforced stringing.
Thanks a lot for watching, guys. You can go ahead and like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. So we'll see you next video.
Yeah.